perfect timing because we literally just got our tiny severe thunderstorm watch for Western Kentucky. So that's awesome sauce. This is actually probably one of the smallest watch boxes I've seen issued by a National Weather Service office in quite some time. And just in time because we got severe weather happening. So, little bit of a question on what's going to happen in some spots of this risk zone today. We're going to talk about that. That's why I'm not, so I haven't been on here quite yet, kind of waiting to see how things are going to play out this afternoon. It's a little bit of a conditional threat for severe weather today. We do have our first severe thunderstorm watch up today. Here it officially is. This is one of the smallest watch boxes I've seen here in quite some time, issued from a National Weather Service office. Paducah, Kentucky, Western Kentucky, Mayfield, Kentucky, Northwestern Tennessee, Eastern, Southeastern Missouri. You are now in that watch, and this is out until 10 p.m. Central Time. So the threat for tornadoes, damaging winds up to 70 miles per hour, and some hail also going to be possible as well here this afternoon here. A little bit of question mark on what's going to happen up here. Very isolated severe weather. We'll talk about all that here in just a moment. We are watching for 2 supercell thunderstorms that are already ongoing here. One of them just got severe warned. Both of these are going to have the potential to produce potentially an isolated tornado given the environment that they are in. So hope you guys are having a wonderful day. We're going to talk about severe weather here. We're going to do some severe weather coverage for a little bit here. We're also going to talk about snow potentially next week across the Ohio Valley and the Northeast for Thanksgiving. Some model trends today in favor of that, and in a big time, once again, polar Arctic air mass, our stratospheric warming event is going to be happening as we head towards the end of the month as well. So lots of things to talk about in the weather world here. I hope you guys are all once again having a wonderful day. Welcome in on YouTube. Good to see you guys. Welcome in on TikTok. Good to see you guys. Once again, I'll have my weather team in and out throughout the evening here answering questions and helping. If you guys will please let them answer those questions. That's why they are here. That's why they are a team. That's the point of this. So please let them answer questions in chat for you guys. Yeah, Ashley or Alyssa, if you're in stream as well, if one of you guys can get this posted, that would be super, super, super awesome. Other than that, guys, like I said, here's our watch, 10 o'clock Central Time tonight. One of the smaller watches, but we knew going into this event that the severe weather corridor, the higher end severe weather corridor for a watch eligibility today was going to be pretty small given the favorable dynamics in the atmosphere. So this is extreme southern Illinois, western Kentucky, southeast Missouri, northwest Tennessee. Once again here until 10 p.m. Central Time. We've got the threat for an isolated tornado or two, 65 to 70 mile per hour winds, and hail up to 2 inches in diameter. And that is that official watch that is out here. And just kind of taking a look here at our risk zone. I will let you guys know we haven't done severe weather coverage in really a lot of time here because there hasn't been too much ongoing. Radar Omega did an update, and I know a lot of people are going to say the words look small. I can't do nothing about it. That's part of the update. I don't like it either, but this is the only software I use that I like to use for radar coverage. So make sure y'all are paying attention to the county and the towns that I call out when you're in warning so you know what's happening. And also those will be on the bottom of your screen with the warning overlay down there. So just a heads up to that as well. I do want to start. We do have a severe thunderstorm warning here in Bloomfield, Missouri. This is basically right along the Missouri, Kentucky, kind of like what's the word here I'm trying to think of, like a triple point here with our states are at. So this is actually going to be heading towards New Madrid or New Madrid. We've also got this storm potentially heading down towards the Union City area, so we're going to be watching out for you guys here. Tri-state, that's the word I was thinking of. Thank you, Courtney, I appreciate that. So this storm is going to have the potential to produce a tornado, and it already has that look here. It already looks like it's starting to become surface-based here. So reality of how today is going to work out, guys. Here is the reality. Also, we have one severe thunderstorm warning here for some half-dollar size hail and some gusty winds heading into Cincinnati. So Cincinnati, Lawrenceburg, along the Ohio and Indiana line here, just be mindful. A little gusty wind, some small hail popping up. Nothing too concerning with that there. We'll keep you guys updated. Here's the deal, though, right? If you're across Kentucky, Illinois, Indiana this morning, we've had a lot of thunderstorms. We've had a lot of rain. If you guys watched both of my videos today, if you've been paying attention in the boardroom that I set up to give y'all information and stuff, I've been talking about all day. Today's a conditional severe weather threat. It's not guaranteed anybody's going to see severe weather. But this area right in here, which I've been talking about pretty much all day today, has the potential for severe weather to happen. All of this here are marginal risk, isolated severe weather. We do have the threat for a couple of tornadoes somewhere in this area this afternoon. The big question is going to be, are storms going to fire off? That's the biggest question. And right now, we're really not seeing a lot of storms firing off. We got a couple little bubbles popping up here. If these do be able to get along the warm front here and tap into some instability, sure, we could see some hail, some wind, maybe even a couple of isolated tornadoes. But the tornado threat really looks like it's going to be more towards far western Kentucky, northwestern Tennessee here, eastern Missouri, and southern Illinois. That's where our main threat's going to be at. Not saying we can't see anything outside of that because the risk is there, but mostly going to be looking at a wind and a hail threat, at least as of right now, with that that system. And like I said, more of a conditional threat the further east you go. I do think we'll get some storms here later on this afternoon through the evening. But once again, the timing of that really is kind of hard to kind of figure out. So this is our storm here. I do think personally this will probably get tornado warned really not too far out. We can see already some rotation here just to the west of Bloomfield, Missouri. This is going to be basically, I believe this is on, where is this at here? Yeah, this is going to be just east of Poplar Bluff. See, they even took the interstate labels off of here, which is honestly a little bit annoying. And highway labels, which is great. Love that for this. So I may have to find an alternative radar to use in the future in terms of streams for this until they get this fixed, because this is actually really annoying. But anyways, Bloomfield, Dexter, you guys are in this severe thunderstorm warning here, capable of producing 60-mile-per-hour winds and up to 0.75-inch hail. A little bit of rotation with that storm. Also watching the storm here near Greenfield, Missouri as well, just to the west of that storm here, also looking at the potential for some rotation. This is really all that's happening right now. We've got a couple storms, like I said, firing off up here in the marginal risk up near the Perryville area. We've also got the Nashville area up here into, not St. Louis, up here towards Illinois, Centralia as well, seeing some storms. So I'm going to be interested to see how this plays out here later on this afternoon in terms of our tornado threat, wind threat, and hail threat. So some people may see storms today. Some people may not see storms. Some people may get not the great side of it here. So my more concerning area is going to be what happens here where our temperatures and our dew points and our instability and our SRH values are pretty decent. So that's what we're going to look at. I will mention, in terms of the timing here, let me pull this up so you guys can see. Timing for the storms. Here's the thing, guys. When we're kind of like in nowcast mode, basically, when we're tracking these storms and they're happening live on radar, model runs don't do the greatest in terms of predicting the future, because sometimes they don't realize the storms that are already out there in future updates. So really looking at what the HRRR has this afternoon, I do like the uptrend here for tornado potential, not that far south. This is the area that I really want to watch. Most of the storms that do fire off across Kentucky tonight, Southern Illinois, and Indiana this evening are going to be mostly hailmakers. We actually had some pea-sized hail earlier this morning with our storm that came through. So once again, hail damaging winds, a brief tornado, maybe from like Owensboro down towards potentially Bowling Green. Very, very, very small odds. So it's not like you're potentially going to get that to happen down there, but it's going to be better the further west you go, at least as of right now. And also noting our warm front kind of stalled out today south of northern Kentucky, so we weren't able to get that instability all the way up to the north. So that may also play a factor on how things work. So like I said, we'll see how these things go here, but these storms are working their way east southeast here as they do fire off this afternoon. Taking a look at mesoscale as well, this is very important to kind of give us an idea of what's happening with our environment. Most of our temperatures in this range here are in the upper 70s and 80s. You can see where the warm front is actually draped at here. You know, like Owensboro is sitting at 58 degrees, where Bowling Green is sitting at 73, and that's only a 1 hour difference in travel time. So you can see your warm front where it's stalled out at. And like I said, up here, mostly going to be hail probably. I think the tornado threat is really, really low now just due to those instability values being a lot lower than what was forecasted, and that can happen. But once again, far western Kentucky, eastern Missouri, southern Illinois looks like a very favorable environment, and we can take a look again at that surface base cape. Where are we seeing our higher values at? Right in that caddy corner here. And then we take a look at our tornado parameter values, our violent tornado parameter values, and where are they sitting at? Right in this corner here. So these two supercells that are fired off in eastern Missouri that are tracking southeast towards the western Kentucky-Tennessee line are going to have the best shot at producing an isolated tornado threat. And given the SRH values, a strong tornado, not ruled out. It's absolutely possible this evening. So we're going to have to see how this plays out here this evening. So anyways, other than that like I said, we'll talk winter weather, we'll talk all that stuff here later on in the stream, once we kind of get the go ahead in terms of severe weather, being done with. This should be a pretty brief window today between now and about 7, 8, 9 o'clock this evening. So not a super, super long evening in front of us, but a couple of people could see some of these storms, go severe. So something we're watching here. Let me see if I've got any questions in the chat. We do have some inhibition issues as well, so that also could be a problem why storms could struggle, but it only takes one storm to cause a problem. We all know the answer to that. So what's up, Dad? Good to see you. West Tennessee, we're watching. Bowling Green, we're watching. Like I said, in terms of where is this storm going to go? Where is this storm going to go? Where is this storm going to go? They're all going to go southeast. So this is the area right in here. If you live in the circle, Paducah, we've got Union City, South Fulton, we've got Mayfield, Murray, maybe getting a little bit closer towards Clarksville, Tennessee here. We'll see how these storms play out, but this is going to be the area that we watch for these storms to intensify in. There is a lot better of an environment out here for these storms too. Yeah, Nashville will watch as well. I did see that they shifted that risk zone down a little bit further to the southeast, but I am interested. I will note, we are seeing storms start to fire off up here in central Illinois, and these are going to make a northwesterly to southeasterly push in the direction that they're moving. So if these storms manage to mature and become hailmakers or windmakers, we'll see what happens. I really think with this type of a setup, even with colder temperatures aloft, you can definitely get some hail and some damaging winds. The tornado threat, not so much. But like I said, we'll just see how this plays out this evening here over the next couple of hours. So, anyways, hello Kendra, hello guys. Thank you for all the gifts, by the way. Donna, Angela, Katie, Chris, Kim, Nick, thank you guys. I appreciate all the love. Thank you. Everybody watching on YT as well. Cowgirl, Shanice, Bro, good to see you guys. Carrot, Redbird, Broken Halo, good to see you guys. I always like to give y'all acknowledgments. Also, Justin, thank you for becoming a 5-month member on Plus. I appreciate you as well. Good to see you guys in here. I always love to do severe weather coverage. I'm also in tonight's risk zone, guys, here in Western Kentucky as well. So we're on watch. So if something crazy happens in our backyard tonight, we'll have to end stream, but I don't think we'll have to. I think we'll be okay tonight. So, let's see. Let me go back here. I do want to see what this is looking like on velocity. Can you guys see the words on here? Does it look okay? Like, are you guys able to, because I know on TikTok, you can hit the full screen button on the bottom of your screen and turn it right. Can you guys see it? It's probably is blurry. Yeah, I was going to say it's blurred. Yeah, love that. That is, that's the update that they did to Radar Omega, and I absolutely cannot stand it. And I tried to use WeatherWise. I tried to look at other software. It's not that great. So we're just going to have to stick it out and deal with it. There's not much I can do. Maybe they'll do an update and they'll fix this here, but there's physically nothing I can do. So, I tried WeatherWise on my computer, and it runs my computer into the ground. It's like super slow, and I have a very, very good PC, and that says something. So I'm just going to stick with this for now, and we'll just call out cities and towns, and most people should know where they live on a map. So if they hear their city or town called out and you're in a warning, you know what to do. You know to go to your safe place. So that'll be where we're at this point in time. So, but yeah, we're just going to play the waiting game. We're going to see what happens. Yeah, my weather subscriptions monthly are like, I'm getting ready to add another subscription to get WeatherBell back because of winter, because the winter weather stuff on there is really, really beneficial, and I can explain more stuff to you guys. So when I add that back next week, actually, no, I'll be adding that back tomorrow now that I think about it. I will probably have about $400 to $500 worth in weather subscriptions monthly. Like, it's expensive to do this stuff. So when y'all do support stuff, it is much appreciated. Very, very much. It's not cheap to run some of this stuff. So as most of y'all know that are in the weather field, it's crazy. It's absolutely obnoxious. So, all right, like I said, we're just watching this storm here in Bloomfield, a couple storms around it. Yeah, it's expensive. It's ridiculous. It absolutely is. But you know what you do? You pay the money to do what you love. So, let's see here. I have Radar Scope as well. Radar Scope is usually pretty good as well. Yeah, Radar Scope is good. I may end up setting that up in the future, potentially. Yeah, I may end up reverting to that at some point. So I may mess around with that off stream tomorrow and see what that looks like. So they did add, I did see that they did add snow warnings as well. They did. Stay tuned, guys, because we have an interesting weather pattern on the way for next week. The European, the Euro AI, and the GFS model today all want monster snowstorms in the Ohio Valley and the Northeast next Wednesday and Thursday. I'm not joking. Like, you guys will probably see it on social media if you scroll. This is why I don't forecast weather events 7 to 10 days out, because of all the BS that goes on social media. But the GFS laid down like over a foot of snowfall for portions of Ohio next week, and in Kentucky and Indiana and Illinois. It was insane. So we're going to see if those models validate. You guys know, when you're forecasting weather and you're trying to forecast weather accurately, not do it for hype or fear mongering, you have to wait on trends. And I'm not going to go based off of one model run. I'm going to wait on trends. So we'll see how things trend tonight and trend in tomorrow. But if it looks like that trend stays, then we may have an issue next week. So we'll see. Some people like some snow, some people don't. So yeah, I've seen so many people. Here's the thing, guys, and I'll just say this now. I want to stay true to how I do my weather stuff, my coverages, my forecast videos. If you guys follow me on YT, you guys know I do some creative stuff with my thumbnails, but I'm not going to do these hyper overhyped thumbnails. I'm going to stay true to how I do with that. And then on top of that as well, I just believe in forecasting 5 to 7 days out. There's no skill to forecasting anything 7 to 10 days out. You can talk about it and look at ensembles, but in terms of like trying to say there's a set in stone snowstorm or a severe weather event 7 to 10 days out, it's impossible. It's literally impossible. No, there's no skill to forecasting that. So I don't do the fear mongering. I cannot stand it. I will call people out on fear mongering. I cannot stand it. That's not my thing. Not my thing at all. Whether I have 1 viewer in my stream or 120 of you guys in here like y'all are now, that's it. That's how I will always do it. So, I stay true to that. So this is a pretty decent looking supercell, a very, very decent looking storm here over Bloomfield. So they are getting up to 60-mile-per-hour winds out of this. This is once again Bloomfield, Missouri, heading towards Morehouse. Sikeston, you're just to the west of this here, or sorry, just to the east of this here. In terms of timing, really in reality, guys, we could see storms across this whole area between now and 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock tonight. So that's kind of the timing. It's a very, very wonky setup because you could get a storm that fires off somewhere that's not supposed to see it on a timeline. Like right now, we're seeing storms starting to fire off along the cold front here, or at least along the frontal zone. And so these could, if they tap into the instability here, kind of become more of a hail and wind maker. So hold on. Oh, dang, babe. It looks like it's got a wall cloud on it, which doesn't surprise me. Yeah, so Ro just sent me a picture of this storm down here. Looks like that one has a wall cloud on it trying to develop, which doesn't surprise me. I'm surprised they don't have it as Torpos. Shockingly. Okie dokie. How's the models looking for Cincinnati later tonight? You guys are actually in Cincinnati. Well, you were in a severe thunderstorm warning. They did have you in it. I guess they dropped it. Let me take a look here again. Yeah, Cincinnati, you're about to get a nice storm here. Little complex of storms here, potentially some 50, 55-mile-per-hour wind gusts, and as well as some small hail. Oh, there it is. Severe thunderstorm warning for Cincinnati. I was like, where did it go? Yeah, Cincinnati, you're officially under a severe thunderstorm warning for 60-mile-per-hour winds and 1-inch hail. And guess what, guys? This is outside the risk zone. Go figure. Go figure. Literally all of Cincinnati is in this warning. So this goes to tell you guys that severe weather can happen outside of a risk zone. These storms do not care. So, nice little Boeing complex of storms coming into Cincy. You definitely see some damaging winds out of this here, that's for sure. Let me see if I can find a lovely, sweet old Cami row real quick. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. There we go. Let's see here. Thank you guys for all of the follows. I do appreciate it very, very, very much. I can zoom in here just a little bit more. I know the words are blurry, guys. You're just going to have to bear with me on it. It's a Radar Omega update that they did, and it's annoying as hell. There's nothing I can do about it, so. Most of y'all should know where Cincinnati's at, though. I may actually, hold on a minute. Let me look at something real quick. I may float with something here in just a second. Yeah, it's going to be a little bit blurry, too, on Radar Scope, just so the way the wording is. Yeah, that is true, too, Anna. I do agree with that, too. Yeah, it's just annoying. It's really annoying. I don't know why. I was thriving off of that, and it just changed it last minute here. So Cincinnati, all of the area and around Cincinnati, Lawrenceburg, all the way through here, you guys are under that 60-mile-per-hour severe thunderstorm warning. I'm looking to see if I can find a view on this. Let's see here. I know I'll have questions as well. I'll get to that here in just a second. Yeah, the 18Z GFS just did our snowstorm again for next week also, so that's interesting. Looks like we may have a trend starting with that. If you guys are coming in to stream, welcome in, welcome in. Let's see, let me zoom back in here. Once again, if you're in Cincinnati here, guys, severe thunderstorm warning for you guys. I'm fixing a couple things here, guys. Just bear with me for just a second. Where is this at? There we go. Almost got it set up here. They put too much in this here. Oh, Hazel. Okay. You guys might hear Hazel in the background. I'm just trying to get a clear view of this storm as it's coming in. It's also going to be really hard, too, because it's almost nighttime. So, yeah, I was going to say it's definitely nighttime there almost. Oh, it is nighttime there. Yeah. Yeah, the odds of us getting a view of this is going to be very slim. Probably not going to happen. But anyways, I tried. Okay. Let's zoom back out of that. All right, so that's that severe thunderstorm warning there. Once again, Cincinnati, 1-inch hail, 60-mile-per-hour winds. I'm going to draw it back down here to the one that we got in Missouri. You guys can see this here. Hazel's just been on one today. Nope, there's another warning. Oh. Row? Just split? It just split. What? All right, these aren't supposed to be moving northeast. These are supposed to be moving southeast. Why is it moving northeast? Why is it moving northeast? I do not want this storm today. This is not coming to my backyard. It's not happening. Bruh, that's actually wild. What? So Okay. Sorry, me and Ray were talking for a minute. Hello, guys, if you're coming in. Jamie, welcome in. Welcome in, guys. Welcome, welcome, welcome in. Hazel's just not having it today. So he's a little bit of a self-split there, interestingly enough. Let me refresh here. She is not having it today. Yeah, it is still a waiting game. There's a big question mark on how this is going to unfold today, but interestingly enough, Northeast movement is interesting. So we can note one thing. The Her model's not doing great today, at least with this part of it. Her model's doing great with this, but not doing great with this. Definitely did not predict a severe thunderstorm warning in Cincinnati today. Nowcasting is important. That's why nowcasting is very important. We have to look at stuff in real time and surface observations in real time. Not just look at model runs. We'll see. I want to see how long this storm thrives. If this storm intensifies as it goes into Illinois, this will be interesting to watch. So new severe thunderstorm warning, guys, here. This is going to be for Scott City and Cape Girardeau. Go figure. Go figure. It's always Cape Girardeau. It's this area every single time that there's severe weather. It never misses. And then there's our third. Jesus. So, new severe thunderstorm warning as well behind the one here in Bloomfield. This is going to be for Plexico. Also, 1-inch hail, 60-mile-per-hour winds. Yeah, this one has some decent rotation. This one looks like anticyclonic rotation almost. Why are we having our inflow on the north side of this? Cincinnati, you're in a severe thunderstorm warning with 60-mile-per-hour winds and 1-inch hail. That's weird. What is this doing? Why is it? It's literally rotating on the northern side of the storm. This is wild. Y'all see that, right? It's literally rotating on the northern side of the storm. That's crazy. Cape Girardeau, hope you're watching. That's concerning. I don't think it's very rare that I ever see that ever happens on radar, at least from my storm tracking history. It does want to be different. It's like it's upside down. Starting to get a little bit of a hail core on it too here, Scott City. Something tells me this is going to be a really interesting evening. That's all I have to say. Something tells me this is going to be a very interesting evening. I don't know how this is going to unfold, but something weird is going to happen. I don't know what it's going to be, but it's something weird. Thank you, Britt, for the roast and the heart me. I appreciate it. Angela as well. Thank you for the heart me. Thank you guys for all the support. What? Yeah, good luck, Lainey. Interesting. Interesting. All right, we got a hook echo developing here in Morehouse. I'll have to watch this. These are going to be little tiny spins. Now I'm just intrigued now. That's... Wow. All right, Cincinnati, you still got that severe thunderstorm warning. 60-mile-per-hour winds. Cincinnati, you're about to get blasted with 60-mile-per-hour winds. Yeah, if you're in Cincy, anywhere and around Cincinnati here, Hamilton, just to the north, I think. Right? Yeah, you guys are fine. They may get some 50-mile-per-hour winds up there, but geez Louise. And this is like right when everybody's going home from work too. That's a mess and a half. Yikes. Yeah, it's just rain in Cincinnati right now, but your winds are about to you're about to feel it. It's coming. Someone said Southern Hemisphere storm. I love that though, low key. Yeah, Ohio is not expected to see really any severe weather today. Sometimes you get an outlier that happens. We are watching some very interesting storms, guys, in Missouri right now. So Scott City, Commerce, Cape Girardeau, you're under a severe thunderstorm warning for 1-inch hail, 60-mile-per-hour winds. And then down here towards Bloomfield, we've got 2 severe thunderstorm warnings for the same exact... God, shoot, Bloomfield just getting lucky today. They get 2. And that's a treat if you were storm chasing down there and you picked that spot. You know, I almost wonder if this storm fired off an outflow boundary, because I don't see an outflow boundary. Hold on a second. I'm going to do something here. Oh, it is Torpos now. Would you look at that? So a tornado warning may be coming here, guys. If you are living out in front of this, I'm going to tell you, I'm going to give the cities and the towns now, okay? I believe, how do you pronounce this? Is it Canalo? Canalo? Matthews, and then New Madrid, heading towards the far southwestern Kentucky, Missouri border here. This is where the storm is going. And it is Torpos now. So meaning we could get a tornado with this storm potentially in the not too distant future. I do want to play the radar back on this, though. Yeah, it split. That's what it did. It just straight up did a cell split. That's so interesting. Had a right splitter and a left splitter. I don't know how long this storm's gonna last, though. We'll see. We'll see what it does. St. Louis, Missouri, very low in threat today. I don't think you guys are gonna see too much of anything. Heck yeah, Jamie. Heck yeah. Hazel is just a mess today, guys. She's like, Dad, I want attention. I want attention. Babe, if you want to give her some of those other puffs, I think there's one more bottle underneath of the thing there. She should still have some in that other one, I think. There's definitely not a tornado warning in Florence, Kentucky, but okay. We love it when people come in the stream and spread false information. Thanks. Oh. All right, y'all. So we're watching these 3 storms here along the Missouri / Tennessee / Kentucky border. Looks like we got another storm embedded in here as well. Kind of little trifecta. Anything in Mississippi? Ashley, no. You guys are good at Mississippi. Still watching some of these storms up here along our frontal boundary. Not really too much happening right now elsewhere. Hold on, guys. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. I had to get Hazel adjusted. And we have family over. All right, let's check back in here. So they did drop the severe thunderstorm warning here in the Sykeston area, and I don't know why. Doesn't make any sense. The storm is definitely still producing. It looks to be severe criteria. We do still have that severe thunderstorm warning in Bloomfield for 1 inch hail, 60-mile-per-hour winds. And then we've got this storm here with half-dollar size hail and 60-mile-per-hour winds for the the southeast side of Cape Girardeau. Yeah, Cincinnati, you guys are also getting a lot of wind and a lot of hail here. That severe thunderstorm warning still in effect, blasting you guys here. This warning may get extended further east, heading towards like Mount Orab, Winchester. This looks like it's going to ride through that direction there east, so we'll keep you guys updated with that. As I say, you guys are definitely getting some severe storms in Cincy tonight. Kind of taking a look here across the rest of the area. A couple little storms popping off here. Maybe get some hail here in the future for some of these storms. Mount Vernon, Indiana. Sorry, Mount Vernon, Illinois. And then Percy as well, and Steelville getting a little storm over there. So it's really weird how this is going right now. Let's see. Good to see you confused. Thank you for the gift, Annika. Thank you for the heart me. I appreciate it. Yeah, we're just gonna keep watching and seeing. I think this northern storm is gonna probably die off, I would think. I don't see an outflow boundary. That's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for an outflow boundary to see if this storm is latched onto it. You can't see it very well, so may have just done a split and went northeast. Hamilton, Ohio, gusty winds with that line of storms coming through right now. And then some heavy rainfall. Maybe some pea-sized hail if you get lucky. I appreciate it, Confused. I appreciate it. Bowling Green, Kentucky. You got a chance for some isolated storms later on tonight. It's very possible, but low in threat, though. I am still watching for a little bit of spin on both of these storms. What's up, Caleb? Sky, how'd you lose power? Are you in one of these storms? Do we see Western Tennessee? We'll see any storms? No, Western Carolina, I think you guys are going to be okay. Oh, that's right. You are in the northern storm. That is right. That is right. I did forget about that. I don't know why, but I did. Yeah, that's right. You're up there in Ohio. That's right. You and half the weather team is like in the storm up there. Power's out in Missouri too. Yeah, I was gonna say you guys are definitely seeing some power issues in these storms. They are gusty. They do have some very gusty winds. Lots of lightning as well. Interestingly enough, too, we're kind of getting a trailing end with our line of storms as well, starting to kind of stack down here towards southern portions of Indiana. So we'll keep an eye on that. This is going to be an interesting next little bit of time here to see how these storms unfold. Not the severe thunderstorm warning in Arizona. What? And it's Torpas. That's literally insane. It's Wickenburg. And the day just keeps getting better and better, guys. What in the world? If we get a tornado warning in Arizona before we get a tornado warning in Missouri tonight, I'm going to lose my mind. It's just west of Wickenburg. And believe it or not, that's actually got rotation. Crazy. What in the world? All right, we'll keep an eye on that. There looks like they're getting some beans over here. All right, we'll keep updated on that. New severe thunderstorm warning here. They rewarned the storm just north of New Madrid, here in Missouri. This is going to be for Canola, Matthews, and Morehouse. That's severe warning. Okay. I would love to get a nice little storm tonight, but that's probably not going to happen. Henderson KY, we're watching for storms. We are watching for storms here in the next 2 to 3 hours, I would say, around that time frame. We got storms kind of going northeast here, east, and then we got storms coming off the west. So it's going to be very hit or miss this afternoon, this evening. Keeps wanting to say this afternoon, but this evening. We'll see if these storms can intensify. Yeah, most of Ohio today, guys, with the exception of the line of thunderstorms it's going through Cincinnati right now, most of Ohio is going to be fine. You guys aren't even supposed to see severe weather, but sometimes you can get weird stuff to happen. So it can happen, ultimately. We'll zoom back in here again, look at velocity. Yeah, and this one, once again, is rotating. You see those white pixels popping up, and you've got some darker green here. That would be some rotation heading kind of near the Kanalu area. Canaloo, I'm going to pronounce it Canaloo. And then heading southeast here. So we need to watch New Madrid, and then eventually, we get closer to Union City, Tennessee. This looks like it'll kind of head towards that area here, that long track of a supercell. So, if you're down here towards Union City, Tennessee, Martin, Paris, this is where we're going to have to watch these storms go towards. New Mexico will probably get some rain and some thunderstorms, like I said, but nothing in terms of severe weather. I really want to see how long this storm lasts. Let me look at our surface observation. Thank you guys for the follow. I do appreciate it. Interestingly enough, our dew points are increasing a little bit. We're at 55 here. Our temperatures are still too cold. Poplar Bluff, Missouri, you're just to the west of all this craziness. Let's see here. I'm really shocked this one doesn't have a Toro warning on it, low-key. Let me check again on CC here. Yeah, nothing on CC. Whereas this is eastern Missouri, along the Kentucky-Tennessee line. Yeah, I think we should have a Toro warning here, but that's just me. Let me go back to that Tor Pass in Arizona, too, because this is a little weird. Alright, the rotation fell apart on that one a little bit. Go back here to... They get rid of the severe thunderstorm warning in Cincinnati? They did. Just a very strong line of storms moving through western Ohio right now, southwestern Ohio. Looks like we're going to see this line continue to increase as it goes east, but no severe weather really expected over there today. Very low end. I am watching 4 little beans. These are mostly going to be hail producers because they are not attached to the warm front. So they are going to be elevated, meaning that wind and hail will be the primary threats of these storms as they go southeast. Yeah, Sir Charles, that's what I'm waiting to see too, if they're going to issue a warning on that with those reports. I saw those reports myself as well. Yeah, 2 more storms popping up behind it. Where's that one at? Is that another one in Arizona, or is it? Thank you guys for the follows. I appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you. Once again, if you're not in the severe weather coverage risk zone today, this is mostly Kentucky, Tennessee, southern Indiana, Illinois, eastern Missouri today. We're going to be talking our global pattern later on at the end of the stream today. We got lots of stuff to talk about too, so. Crazy, it's already almost Wednesday. Where was that new warning at that just came out? I guess that was the only warning. We don't got anything new. Thank you guys for all of the follows. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So Bloomfield severe thunderstorm warning, 60-mile-per-hour winds. They need to warn this. This has had multiple reports of funnel clouds. We need to get a tornado warning headed towards New Madrid or New Madrid. Or something. It's at least a tour pause again with this. That storm is still cranking, so we'll get a new severe thunderstorm warning probably. Heading towards Eddyville, go figure. That's your favorite town, Katie? Not another one. Jesus, Arizona, what are you doing? Arizona, no. Hawkins and Stanton, Arizona. Severe thunderstorm warning. Yeah, there's not a lot of rotation with that. That storm still doesn't look super impressive. Maybe starting to see a little bit more spin again in Bloomfield. But this is definitely rotating. Definitely looking at a rotating storm coming through Canaloo right now, and eventually Matthews. And if this continues, if you're down here in Western Kentucky, Hickman, and then eventually Union City, Tennessee, this is what we're going to have to watch for as this storm continues to work its way southeast. So I can actually do... That's not what I wanted. It's actually pretty cool. We can put a little tracker on it. This is moving at, I believe, 35 miles per hour. There we go. So that's the timing with this storm. Yeah, it does still look a bit elevated. I can argue that as well. It definitely does. We'll see. Still watching those little storms to the north there. So this storm is heading, this one, if it can last, is heading northeast. What's Friday looking like? We're gonna there's a chance again on severe weather, low wind chance on Friday. We'll talk about all that here in just a little bit. And then these are going this direction. What's some weird storm motion? Thank you guys for the follows. So once again, 60-mile-per-hour wind heading into, or at least heading towards the New Madrid area. It's a very slow-moving storms as well. Let's see here. I'm just looking at a lot of the pictures that people have coming into this storm in Missouri, and it's pretty. It's a very nice rotating storm. We'll see what happens. Checking in again back on Ohio here just briefly. Yeah, this line of storms is really getting a little more linear, long ways all the way down here along the Ohio River. It's basically developed. So this will continue to work eastward. Going to stay mostly non-severe. Shouldn't see any severe weather outside of this risk zone here, but definitely going to see some gusty winds less than 60 miles per hour. Lots of heavy rainfall working way through working through Ohio as well. So. I think those two storms that split are also falling apart. So today's one of those days, guys, where we may see something, we may see nothing. So that's kind of what we're kind of waiting to see. We definitely got some hail and some wind out there. Nothing like super crazy tornado-wise yet, but that can change still. Okay. What's up, Corinna? Corinna? I about said your name wrong. That is my bad. Yeah, Southern Illinois. Like I said, if you're in far Southern Illinois, you're definitely getting some of these storms down here. Very, very small chance of an isolated tour with these two storms. Mostly going to be looking at wind and hail if you're in Southern Illinois right now. Nothing too impressive. Um, still interesting storms though. But I think our tornado threat storms are mostly going to be these two that are down here, getting ready to come into Western Kentucky, southwestern Kentucky. Take another look here. Velocity. Yeah, so here we go. We're starting to see, once again, that rotation show up again on both of these storms. Very weak rotation, so not quite not enough to warrant anything, but we're keeping an eye on both of these. And these are, once again, in the Pinnerman area and Matthews area here, just along the Missouri-Kentucky line. Apparently Rochelle's old, so that's what she just said. I don't know. Hello, Brittany. Once again, if you guys are coming in the stream, welcome in. Do tap that screen. We're almost at 10K likes. Hit the follow button if you guys haven't. Like I said, I cover all severe weather, winter weather, tropical systems. I'm a meteorology student here in Western KY. I do all the 50 states weather. So if you live in the 50 states, more than likely there's a good chance I'm covering your weather. I do appreciate you guys. Longview, Texas is going to see a lot of rain this week, and we're going to talk about that here in just a little bit. We could be looking at some pretty significant flooding in south central Texas starting tomorrow. So that will also be an interesting conversation that we have. Thank you, Allison, for the follow. Appreciate you. Yeah, we'll cover some global weather here in just a little bit. Yeah, both these storms, especially the southern one here near Matthews, is starting to pick up a little bit more inflow. Outflow is still a little bit weak here, but we're starting to see both of these really potentially start to show now in terms of, as these storms get a little bit southwest of the radar here, the rotation will show a little bit easier compared to what it was a few minutes ago. Once again, that's severe thunderstorm watch is out until 10 p.m. Central Time, and that does include southwestern KY, southern Illinois, eastern Missouri. Yeah, Clarksville, Tennessee is going to be a question mark. We'll see how these storms progress as they work into south or into northwestern Tennessee, but I do think the threat for some damaging winds and some hail could be there. Oklahoma's mostly just seeing rain tomorrow. Nothing severe, really. I want to watch this little storm up here near north of Carbondale. That storm's starting to kind of come along a little bit. Now we need to watch these for hail and wind. The storm may be intensifying again here just a little bit. It's just weird that they're both moving in different directions. Ooh. Yeah, there we go. Seeing still some pretty decent inflow here. This thing is like choked out with outflow. It almost still looks like these two storms are elevated. But if we've had tornado reports, then they wouldn't be elevated too much. Excuse me. Yeah, the ones developing to the north are north of the warm front. So these are mostly going to be hail and wind. Now, if they can get closer down here along the Ohio River and become a little bit more mature, potentially, we could see a tour risk, but right now, very low end threat for that. So there's definitely no rotation with any of those storms. I just have to get my storm. I know, right? Literally, though. Central Arkansas, no, not today. All right, a little bit more rotation up here near Morehouse again. The what y'all saw, the red and the green, that's the velocity. Basically, it tells us inflow and outflow. The storm's going in, wind going into the storms, wind going out of the storms. Tells us, if a storm's rotating, you're going to produce a tornado or not. In a nutshell. You guys are coming in the stream. Welcome, welcome, welcome in. Yeah, most of Ohio tonight is just going to see some rain, some general thunderstorms. All right, we'll get a new model run here in just a few minutes. That warning is pretty much just about expired in Arizona, Liz. What's up, Kylie? What's up, y'all? Good news is, though, guys, as these storms continue to progress tonight, once they get past the Western Kentucky Tennessee line here, they will start to weaken if there is anything severe ongoing. So it's a very short window today for severe weather. It's not like a super long window or anything like that, like we would typically have with a severe weather event. Nashville, Tennessee, you're in that wind, hail, and low wind tour threat. Nashville, Tennessee, I would say between 8 p.m. and 10 p.m. if you get any storms. Very isolated. So once again, the potential for you actually getting storms is slim today. I'll be long here for a couple hours, for a little bit longer. We're just going to see how things play out. If we don't get any Tor warnings or anything, we'll run over some global weather and then we'll call it a night. That's typically what I do. I get on here whenever I think severe weather is going to happen or pop off, or at least it's the time frame for it, and nothing happens, then nothing happens. If something happens, then we're here to cover it. I never really know how long I'm on a live stream for when I get on, genuinely speaking, if it's like a weather coverage day. I know, I saw that. I saw that. I really like the way the one in Morehouse looks. Looks pretty decent. You guys are watching on YT as well. I appreciate you guys. You're still over there watching. If you're on TikTok, appreciate you guys as well. Thank you for the corgi, Katie. Emily and Katie again with the roses. Thank you guys. I appreciate it very, very, very much.
You want ravioli or SpaghettiOs?
Ooh, chat. Which one do I want? Are you looking out of a can or?
Yeah, it's out of a can. Do you want ravioli or do you want SpaghettiOs?
Spaghetti.
SpaghettiOs? Okay.
Are you doing the garlic bread or no?
Huh?
Are you doing that garlic bread in the stove or no?
Yes.
Ooh, bet. Yes.
Yes.
Are you doing the whole box? I guess so, yes. Period. Rose doing the cooking. I love it. Bone apple tea. What would I do without Rochelle, guys? What would I do without her? She supplies me food when I need it. We love Rochelle. I would love for some lightning tonight. I would love to see some storms, but I don't know if that's going to happen. We'll see. I'm watching this little bean right here. Oh, TikTok. I have a question for you guys. What YouTube? I already do this for you guys, so nothing's gonna change on how I do videos. I meant to ask you guys this. I was gonna do a video on it and get y'all's input, but I'll just ask y'all while I'm in stream. Do you guys like longer weather discussions that I post on TikTok, or do you like shorter ones? Because I've been debating on cutting back down to like super, super short videos again with you guys, and then posting my longer ones over on YouTube. I don't know what I want to do. Because I notice I get a lot of views for the short videos, but I don't get a lot of views for the long videos. But then again, too, I don't really care for views. I want to know what you guys like. Because like on severe weather days, or I've thought about this, about posting like short segments. So like if we're talking about winter weather, post a winter weather video. If we're talking about severe weather, do a severe weather video. And I can like break it up and post a couple videos throughout the day. I thought about doing that too. Instead of just one long 15-minute video and you having to watch it all the way through. I low-key thought about that. Oh, God. Y'all want me to break? Okay, I might do breakup videos. Not breakup videos. I might. Yeah, guys. Me and Rochelle are done. I'm just kidding.
Wow.
I might do like broken segment videos instead. We might try that tomorrow and see how it goes. I might give that a whirl. Whoops. Rochelle brought me SpaghettiOs and bread. South Central Kentucky Bowling Green, mostly gonna be wind and hail if you get any storms tonight. I know, I'm sorry, I love you. If you want to dip down low, you can see your face. There you go. Try new things, breakup videos. Yeah. Oh, look, we're no longer have any severe thunderstorm warnings. Thank you for the food. Just know that you're loved. If you want to bring me Hazel, you can bring her too. It's up to you.
Do you want Hazel?
Do we want Hazel for a minute? If you want to bring her, you can. Or should I wait till after I eat?
It's up to you.
If you want to bring her for a minute, I'll take her for a minute. That's fine.
Okay.
This storm's exploding.
Mhm.
Okay, that's fine if you want to bring her. I haven't had SpaghettiOs in forever. Is Missouri going to be in a tornado risk for Thursday? I don't think so for Thursday right now. I've got to have to look at some stuff. I haven't really looked too in depth on Thursday and Friday's setup yet because it looks really, really messy. I don't think it's going to be anything too crazy though. Yeah, these storms can become surface-based still. We may have ourselves an issue, so.
Well, Clifton's dead.
Beautiful. Now you're trying to eat something. Did she go again?
You have to figure it out. It's fine.
Here's Hazel, guys. Hi. She wants nothing to do with me when you're in here. You want mama? Do you want mama? Hi.
She says with a full belly.
Yeah. High five. Yay. Is that all? Can you say weather? She's very warm. She's heating up my leg like a pump. A warm water pump. You want mama back? Yeah, you don't want anything to do with dad while mom's in here. I was gonna say she has nothing to want to do with me. Eat something though if you want. Yeah.
Bye.
Bye. I love you. You. She's so stinking cute, I swear. She's gonna be a meteorologist at some point, guys. She is going to be a meteorologist. It's gonna happen. We'll make it happen. It's crazy too. I've known her since she was 2 weeks old. That's when me and Rochelle started dating. And now she'll be 3 in February. I know, Hailstorm Hazel. I know, that's gonna be her name. Yep. We're gonna have it set up and everything. I don't have any biological kids. Richard and Hazel. We have she has a 7-year-old as well, and then Hazel's 2. Those are both her biological kids. She's been married before me, so. What are we gonna have another one? We've talked about it in the future. Probably when we have a new house and everything. When we're both in school. We're both going to school right now. So, she's getting her degree done. I'm getting my degree done. So, having a third kid right now probably not a great option, personally. But in the future, yes. That's just a plan. Babe, that garlic bread is good as hell. All right, y'all, we'll give it a little bit longer here and see what happens. We might talk some global weather here in a minute. Oh, God. What? What are you going to eat? What are you making?
Taquitos.
Oh, yeah, you should probably eat those. Those have been in there a while. I can eat them so you can have them all if you want them.
And that's all the garlic, like it's all. It all.
You made a bad bet, you.
I made everything. Yeah,
What?
I made the bread. I made for the dough. I made the cheese on there.
It tastes better than Little Caesars.
Yeah, it's because I know how to cook.
Period, though. We love Roro.
I can literally do anything.
Period. Hello, Sabra. I'm eating SpaghettiOs and homemade garlic
Yeah,
bread
the
that she
kids
made.
ate the kids ate SpaghettiOs and garlic bread. I'm eating something completely different.
I might get you some more dough tomorrow.
Dough. I made the dough.
Oh,
I can
Chef
just
Girl
make
Roro.
it again.
She can cook, guys. I'm excited for Thanksgiving next week. We're gonna get snowed in, and then have cooking. It's gonna be great.
But I'm not making a turkey this year.
Yeah, we're gonna do a chicken.
He's tasted my turkey. I'm not making turkey this year.
Yippers. I need to get another monitor, a bigger monitor, so I can. Christmas idea. If you want to get me the same monitor for one more, so I can have the camera up higher because your face is cut off. You look like your head got chopped off.
Yeah, I'm just making a chicken this year. I want to try making a full chicken.
What am I getting her? She already knows what I'm getting her. I'm getting her the new Nintendo Switch too. She's been wanting it forever, so I'm gonna get it for her.
I already got the kids.
She already knows. There's no way I can hide anything from her.
Are you guys having a big Thanksgiving now?
What's up, Bush? Good to see you. I might get this storm. Getting everything lizard. I'm gonna get that button, that little clicker. Lizard. Listen, we need to get new furniture too next year.
We need a new couch.
I wonder why.
You know what? Not because of me.
You sleep on the couch. You've been sleeping on the couch
Okay,
every
I sleep
single
on
day.
the couch because it's comfy. It's not because I tore up the couch. The couch is
I know.
old.
I know. A blizzard in KY next week? No, not a blizzard with some snow potentially. It's absolutely possible. We'll see what this does here in a couple hours.
But yeah, so, I don't really like SpaghettiOs much anymore.
I love it. Ooh, spicy.
SpaghettiOs aren't that good like they used to be.
I know, I need to get a new couch. Oh, no. Yeah, I don't know what couch we're gonna get. We're gonna need to get a new couch. So. Yeah, she had a spring pop out of it last night, and
It stabbed me and it still hurts. It's
yeah,
on the side here on my hip.
yeah. I'm ready for winter too, low key though. I'm ready for some snow. You guys can get videos of me dancing in the snow, some live
Again?
streams in the snow. Oh yeah, that was so much fun.
Again.
We got a whole bunch of storms coming.
You know? They really gonna fizzle up, probably.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, it hurt really bad. I was asleep too, and it like went into my skin. It sucked. Hurts really bad.
Excuse me. Oh. Got some beans popping up. Yeah, I think our severe threat today is gonna bust. We'll see. We'll give it a little bit longer here.
Yeah. Made the cheese bread. There's no sauce or anything on it, it's just seasoning and cheese.
Oh, there's an 18Z today.
And garlic bread.
That's for next Tuesday, Wednesday. It's cutting it close.
Did you hear me?
Yes,
There's no sauce on it, it's just cheese and seasoning and garlic.
it's good. It's yummy.
We should get a winter version of your hot tour video you made a while back.
I could do that. We can make that happen. Ugh. Oh. Oh, yikes. That's awful.
Alright, I'm with you.
Okay.
Hope you enjoy your food.
Thank you, love bug. Time change is good. It's alright. I'm not too bothered by it. Looks like the model runs did favor a little bit less snow on this go round. It's so hard to talk about snow 7 days plus out. It's just ridiculous. I don't know how people do it. It's crazy. So we're watching a couple storms, guys. We'll just give it a little bit longer here, and if no storms go tornadic or go do anything crazy, we might call stream. It's conditional day today, so. This is Western Kentucky, Eastern Missouri. These storms are coming into right now. This one's definitely attempting to get itself together here, so we'll see. Oh, we've been on stream for almost 2 hours. I do want to tell you guys from the bottom of my heart and all the love in the world, I appreciate all the support both on YouTube and on TikTok that you guys give. It's hard. It's hard doing social media sometimes. And I'm getting ready to go to school full time. Rose getting ready to go to school full time. So I'm about to juggle and she's about to juggle running a weather team and doing all this stuff while taking 5 or 6 classes a semester. So it's gonna be a lot, but in about 2.5 years, you guys are gonna have a degreed mesomat as a full 4-year bachelor degree meteorologist, which will be super, super exciting. That's what I keep motivating myself and pushing myself to do, because it's gonna be hard. But the love and all the support you guys give is absolutely amazing, and I appreciate it beyond words. If you guys have not added yourself to the Mesomat board, underneath of my bio on TikTok, it should say Mesomat's board. It's basically like a bulletin board where I put discussions in there and my thoughts on what's going to happen daily and weekly and stuff like that. And you guys can see that. So it's kind of like a way of me communicating with you guys, except you guys just can't, you guys just can't comment or anything on it. So it's really, really cool though. Ro is going for business management because eventually at some point our weather team will become kind of a business thing at some point. So, well, I appreciate it, Nana. I appreciate you. I appreciate you guys. A lot of you guys have been watching me since I lived back down in North Carolina. So, and if you're new, welcome. This is what we do. We do live, legit, real weather coverage. There's a lot of weather people out there that are not in it for the right reason. They just want to make views and monetize, and I don't really care about that. Yeah, sure. What I do is technically full-time weather coverage, but I enjoy doing what I do because, one, I get to save people's lives. I get to educate people about the weather, and who doesn't like talking about the weather? It's fascinating. So, yes, business administration. SPC is going to update again in about an hour, about an hour-ish. I believe an hour. Yeah, about an hour-ish. Okay, we are seeing a little bit of southwesterly flow, so our temp may go up just slightly.
A new MCD has been issued for this location.
Oh, it's about to watch. Okay, this will be interesting to see. Oh, Hazel Stats is doing something. Y'all might hear Hazel have a meltdown here in a minute. Oh, we got a severe thunderstorm warning now. Okay. Pinhook and Clinton, Hickman, and you guys are in that new severe thunderstorm watch or new warning. Oh, the brush is in her. Yeah, she's been doing that. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, the mesoscale discussion was on the watch. Bam, you could see an isolated severe thunderstorm potentially this evening. The odds of it looks like today is really downtrended. So we'll see how the next little bit of time plays out here, but just be mindful it's possible. Owensboro, you're in that 2%, 5% hail and wind threat, so it's possible. We're kind of waiting to see what's going to happen with these storms off the northwest if they go in this direction here. But timing would be clearly a little bit in the next 2 or 3 hours. So I am watching this storm here near Benton. This one's got a potential little wind and hail maker on it. Yep, they just mentioned the storms are struggling to intensify due to inhibition. So that's just basically a capping inversion. We have a capping inversion. That's why this risk zone is conditional. Sometimes these November setups go crazy and sometimes they do nothing, so that's part of it, sadly. Glad they did not go 5% today, because that would have looked really bad. Yeah. So we'll see if these storms up here in eastern or southeastern Illinois become hail severe wise. I'm still watching to see they are moving kind of east southeast here in a general slowly fashion. That looks to be where our frontal zone is at as well. You can see where the front is at too. You can see the storms kind of lingering along the line here. St. Louis, I think you guys are fine. Shouldn't be seeing anything. Should pretty much be over with. We may get a tornado warning still on this storm. It's very possible. If we do, it's going to be heading towards Hickman and Clinton, Kentucky. And you can see too where that would be at. What's up, Mama Tracy? Good to see you. Yeah, Mississippi's fine. It seems to me too, at least from like looking at a climatological basis, a lot of our severe weather outbreaks in Kentucky and the lower Ohio Valley mostly validate in December. So I don't know if we're going to get a lot of severe weather due to our polar Arctic air mass potential collapse in December here. But November to kind of hit or miss with severe weather just depends on the setup. But a lot of times, for whatever reason, it's December really likes this area. So we'll see what happens as we head towards the month of December. But I will say this, guys. I'll start to look and do some deep analysis on severe weather season for next year in terms of like the March, April, May period. But if it's anything like last year where we started out March with one of the biggest hailstorms in Western Kentucky in quite some time, and then we get multiple moderate risk zones and high risk zones with tornado outbreaks, it looks like the pattern it could be a little bit similar for next year, like this year was. So, you know, we can get lucky and hope that every single storm system that we get busts, but sometimes they don't bust. Orange, just mostly low end wind and hail if you get anything. So. Watching a couple of this cluster of storms heading this direction. Scottsville, Kentucky, you've got a marginal risk for wind and hail. Yeah, I'm waiting to see if we're going to get a tornado warning on this. This does have the potential here. I don't see it's Tor. This one's not Torpos right now. Unless they just... Oh, there it is. Yeah, they just updated. There it is. Yeah. It is Torpos now. Yep. It took a second for it to update. I was like, wait a second. So yeah, we may get our one tornado warning out of this, and this is going to be heading towards Tennessee. So Union City, South Fulton, and then eventually Paris. This could be our one chance at organization with this storm. Oh, you're restarting my weather app. I know. I was confused too, and I was like, wait, what? Manchester, Ohio doesn't have a risk at all today. Mostly general rain, thunderstorms potentially. Waiting to see if we're going to get a tornado warning. If we do, Hickman, Brownsville, and Crutchfield will be in it. Yeah, it's a little bit more concerning. Yeah, I think we're going to get a tornado warning in a second. It's definitely tornado worthy. Paducah is issuing this, so they should be getting a warning out. So you can see those brighter colors here. This would be where that rotation's at, and it's going to be heading east-southeast, Hickman and Casey. Yep, it's definitely there. Surprising not had a warning yet. This is getting ready to come into, it's coming through Western Kentucky, southwestern Kentucky, getting ready to go into Tennessee. Yep, it's still there. Lots of little beans coming here. It is trying, it is. Yeah, I think this is definitely a tornado warning worthy. Oh, this storm's going to Tennessee. Come on, issue the warning. Yeah, so what I just saw NWS post on Twitter is the warm sector that our storms are in right now. If this storm right now can't attempt to produce a tornado in the next 15 to 25 minutes, it's not gonna produce one. The environment is becoming capped inside the warm sector, and we're not going to see a lot of storms, significant severe weather anymore, is what it looks to be in this area. So that's a good thing. That's a really good thing. We had a lot of rain and convection down here kind of last through the midday today, and that allowed for the atmosphere to stay capped in the middle to lower levels of the atmosphere, allowing for a capping inversion to, like I said, stay in place. So that's huge. Because today had a mean look to it. This could definitely still get a tornado warning on it briefly here. Yeah, I still think a tornado warning could be issued here. We may get one today. Maybe get one. Yeah, this is worthy of a tornado warning, I think, personally. But I'm not the National Weather Service. Excuse me. If you're in northwestern Kentucky, Evansville, Indiana area, we are about to see some storms move into this area off the east, and then two of these storms move in northeast. So it looks like this area's got a pretty decent chance at seeing a couple storms here this evening as we see the flow of the convection move east. Nothing organized, though, but definitely some wind and some hail potentially. Yeah. We'll see what the next scan does here in a second. Oh, there it is. Look at that. Dang. So, guys, there's our tornado warning. That's going to be Hickman and Brownsville, Kentucky. So it is radar indicated here. Once again, Hickman, Brownsville, Kentucky. You guys got to be seeking shelter. This is intensifying. Why they did the warning box like that's a little weird. It should be to the north. They may have to issue a second warning box on this. Yeah, you guys need to be in your safe place if you're in this warning, please. This is a radar indicated tornado warning. And it's also nighttime. Yeah, they've that up big time with the box. This is Hickman and Brownsville and Hellwell, Kentucky. We'll see what that new scan does here in just a second. Okay. Let's take a look at... Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's weird. Hold on just a second. Yeah, they need to fix this. Yeah, they warned it, but it's not warned in the right direction that it should be warned in. You have one job and you fuck it up again. We may have potentially a decent tornado here. It's definitely not in the warning box. It's to the north of the warning box. I don't know why they did it like this. It's low-key kind of stupid. Sorry, I had to send a message. Alright, guys, once again, if you're in this warning, technically this warning should be here. But it's not. Fulton County, Mississippi County, Kentucky / Missouri. I don't know what we're doing today with this. You know what I've noticed? You know who issued the tornado warning? It's freaking Paducah, which makes so much sense. Like, legitimately. Unless it's moving into the warning box, which it still looks like it's outside of it. What a weird day. I don't know. Anything confirmed on the ground? Not right now, no. Yeah, that's concerning. It's definitely picking up here. Yeah, Wayne's Corner needs to be in their safe place as well as Moscow and Crutchfield. Crutchfield. Weird. Okie dokie. Let's zoom back in here. Yeah, it's still north of the warning box. If you guys are in Wayne's Corner, you need to be in your safe place. This is a little weird. This is about to go into Tennessee. Got about 21 minutes left on this warning. Oh, yikes. That's not good. That's not what we want to see. That's a stronger outflow. Yeah, that's going right into it's literally right on top of Wayne's Corner. They need to fix this tornado warning. I don't know how the Paducah messes this up, but it sounds about like them. They need to fix this. The tornado is not in the box. It's outside the box. Like, they need to fix their shit, is what they need to do. This is insane. You have one job to issue a warning, and you put it in the wrong spot. The tornado is here, not here. That makes a big difference in terms of alerting people. Yeah, our tornado is here. Like, what are we doing? What are we doing, Paducah? This is why I hate our National Weather Service office. I just cannot... It's like it's a joke. This is like the 1,000,000th time that they've done something like this. There's a lot going on here with this storm, but it's definitely not moving into Hickman. It's moving into Moscow. They better hope if a CC pops up that they're on it and fix it. This should be fixed before, but that's what I'm worried about. Trying to see if there's anything else on this. Yeah. This is a little bit annoying. Jesus, it's still to the north of the warning box. Yeah, the yellow box is the severe thunderstorm warning. That's your rotation. It's not here. Come on. Let's go. There is not a CC right now, no. Yeah, once again, rotation is here, not down here. So, apparently they cannot see tonight. Unless they're warning this down here. That's the only thing that I can think of, but there's nothing down here, really. You're going to warn this, but you're not going to warn this. Unless there's two distinctive areas of rotation, which... I don't know. I'm losing all hope for National Weather Service offices these days. Yeah, that's definitely northern rotation. I don't know, guys. Maybe I don't know what I'm talking about. Like, legitimately. These sometimes make me question. We'll see what the next scan does. That's what I'm saying. So, Danny, like I said, Paducah's my National Weather Service office, too. And I can't tell you guys the amount of times that me and Rochelle have called in storms to them over the last 2 years. And they've looked at us and said, oh, we'll consider it. That's about it. Like, this... I respect National Weather Service employees because they're higher up than me. I respect any meteorologists. But Paducah is known for, like, late calls, missed calls, weird warning boxes. Like, this is not the first time I've seen this. It's just dumb. Like, our tornado warning should be up here, not down here. But I don't know anymore. That's what I'm saying. There is a, yeah, there's a TVS on it too. I checked radar scope. Yeah, so Max and every other weather enthusiast and meteorologist on X right now just said the exact same thing. It doesn't make any sense. Yeah, everybody's saying the main area of rotation is outside the polygon. What are we doing? What are we doing? Like, once again, one job. Yeah, this will go on social... It will. It'll happen again. It's kind of a little bit hilarious, but it's not at the same time. It's sad, honestly, but it's just... It's insane. We do now have a Torpos severe thunderstorm warning now into Tennessee because this thunderstorm is going to move into Tennessee. Union City, Martin, Palmersville, Troy, all of you guys down here in northwestern Tennessee are now in a Torpos severe thunderstorm warning. So make sure you have your tornado action plans in place because hopefully, I don't know how far the viewing area is for Paducah, but I would think that either Memphis or Nashville will take over the warning issuing it. And maybe they'll fix it. Because I'm going to tell you right now, this is our tornado if there is one. Not over here whatsoever. And about every other meteorologist and weather enthusiast can agree with me on social media right now because I've seen nothing but posts about it over the last 3 minutes. Memphis, well, okay, that's what I was thinking. I think Nashville was a little bit too far out, but... Let me make sure we don't got anything else weird happening up here. Yeah, lots of little popcorn storms coming up here into southern Indiana. Nothing severe, though, up there. Yeah. This is just some wild stuff. Shay says I got beef with Memphis. That's crazy. Yeah, Chloe, I think you mentioned that to me one stream. I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Clarksville, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Yep. I do know the Clarksville call was very late as well. Oh no, guys, the severe weather threat for the Ohio Valley and the lower southeast, this is normal. This is, like I said, a lot of people think severe weather and tornadoes is not normal in November and December and January. For these areas, it's absolutely normal. I've covered some of the biggest severe weather outbreaks and tornado outbreaks in November and December in these areas. Yeah, we need a new tornado warning. And it needs to go here. It literally needs to go here. Yeah, Mayfield was December as well, correct, yes. So I did not get the chance to cover the 2021 outbreak. I was working full-time at that point at a grocery store. So I missed that one, but I was on my phone secretly watching it happen in real time, yes. Yep. Some of our worst outbreaks have happened in November and December in these areas, so. Shanice, that's a good thing. Listen, guys, if I can help save lives and also educate you guys and everybody walk away with learning something new on the stream, that's the goal at the end of the day. If I can teach one person one thing and save one person's life every day when we get on and do weather coverage, that is my goal. If that goal is achieved, I'm a happy camper. What I'm not happy about is our paid employees that get paid to do this. I don't, and they fuck it up. So, like I said, I might be a little meteorology student. I still got about 2.5 years left of school, so there's still some things I don't know too much about that I've still got to learn and figure out on my weather journey. But hopefully as I go through school and I learn stuff, the goal is to teach you guys as I learn. So that's what we'll be doing. So we're going to see if we fix this. Well, I appreciate that, Rachel. That's the goal, guys, is to keep anxiety down, to keep y'all from being scared. That's why I like to get on here. I love covering weather. Like, this is like my favorite thing to do. I absolutely love it. So we'll see. This tornado warning should be expired. Like, it doesn't even need to exist anymore. It should have been up to the north. So I'm going to see how we're doing on... We're going to get an SPC update in 7 minutes. So that will also be interesting. Not see any more posts. Okay. Yeah, they need to fix it. It's still there. It's still existing. Yeah, we should probably be out of it. That's what I'm thinking too. But maybe even be out of the severe threat. We'll see. We'll start talking about the heavy rainfall for Texas and Oklahoma. Guys, we are going to get some heavy rainfall in the Ohio Valley this week as well. We're not done with the storms. We have more coming on Friday and Saturday here. And then we may be looking at a nice little snowstorm for Thanksgiving here next week. So we'll talk about that as well. All right, now we're just throwing boxes out. This is insane. What is this? Why do we need another one? We already had one for the next one. Wait, who issued the one in... Hold on, who issued the one in Tennessee? Memphis issued that one. And then who issued this one? Paducah. So they're both issued by two different offices. This makes no sense. Why did they disappear? What? Is Radar Omega bugging? Hold on, we're gonna refresh here. Okay, they're back. I was like, what happened? I was so confused for a minute. It still does have rotation on it. So we still do have that rotation moving south here. Looks like it's going to head into Casey and eventually Riceville and then Fulton, Tennessee. Now it's shifting south. They may get one thing right here with the box. We'll see. Listen, guys, I just call out the stuff and tell y'all where it's going. I don't issue these. I'm about as lost as you guys are. And probably about every other weather enthusiast and meteorologist that's covering this tonight. It's a weird one. You guys remember when we did severe weather coverage back in like June? When we had the situation with the National Weather Service offices going down in Nebraska and South Dakota, and the one in like northern Kansas had to issue warnings for like northern Nebraska and like the where was it? Was it like Omaha? I think Omaha and North Platte. There was, I don't remember which offices it was, but it was so wonky and so weird. This kind of feels like that same situation again. It's weird. That was a really frustrating day. That was the day that we had those 130 mile per hour winds in western Iowa at like 11 o'clock at night. That was the derecho that became a tornado outbreak day. When we thought the storm mode was going to be linear and it ended up producing a tornado outbreak longer than expected. Or like when Fort Worth wasn't warning the obvious tornado. Literally though. God, that has been probably the most frustrating day this year. Like, legitimately. It's like watching North Platte all over last year. It was absolutely insane. Hello, Natalie. Looks like we are still got a little bit of rotation here. It's weakening. It has actually been too cute. Yeah, that is true. That is true. It's definitely potentially recycling. We're probably going to do this again. So this storm will continue to track southeast. Do get some storms moving across west central Kentucky. Definitely going to get stormy if you're up towards Evansville. We got those storms coming up into there, and west of Evansville, Mount Vernon, going to see those storms. So. Oh, look, guys, the tornado warning's gone. Would you look at that? All right, let's see here. We're going to get that day one Outlook update here again in just a second. All right, guys, I'm going to run to the bathroom real quick. I'll be right back. Okay, guys, I'm back. I am backers. Okay. Day one. Okay, they kept the risk zone, babe. We're still also in the 2%. They did add a win threat, though, for the slight risk. So we do still have... This is the risk zone updated. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, this is the risk zone updated. I think. Yes. Storms are coming in our backyard. All right, I'll stand here just a few more minutes. Blizzard warning coming for all 50 states at once. That's crazy. That would be wild. Oh, Steph, you don't have to mute him. He's a good friend of mine. He's just joking. I chased with him back in North Carolina. You're good. You didn't know that, though. You're good. You're good. All right, we'll give this a few more minutes and then see what happens. They did upgrade it to golf ball size hail. It's like a light bluish color table. Had somebody do it for me. Hold on one second, guys. Thank you, Casey, for the rose. I appreciate it. Okay. You can message them me, Cole, if you want. Yeah, you can message them to me. We still got that severe thunderstorm warning down there. Other than that, guys, we're gonna probably wrap up stream here pretty soon because I'm gonna get some lightning pictures once these storms get to us tonight. Might attempt to get some pictures, some light nighttime storms. We will do actually, pending with the models tonight, kind of shifting away from what the lunchtime models did. I'm going to give it a couple more runs overnight tonight, and tomorrow we will start discussing what's going to happen next week and what's going to happen the rest of this week. So we'll do a full live stream breakdown tomorrow. Clarksville, Tennessee, you guys still have the threat for a couple of storms tonight. It's very, very possible. You're just outside the slight risk there. Damaging winds and hail will be the main threat with a very low end tornado risk. So still does have a little bit of rotation with this storm. Bowling Green, just be mindful. Could see a storm or two tonight, but I think you're going to be mostly okay. Okay. We double check and look at that tornado risk here one more time. Yeah, so the tornado risk tonight still in effect with the latest update for Owensboro, Evansville, all the way down here through Madisonville. So if you're in this green blob, there still is a tornado risk through early evening, overnight hours tonight. So I myself am smack dab in the middle of this. So I'm somewhere in here. I'm not going to tell you where I'm at, but I'm somewhere in there. But yeah, you guys are still in that Evansville necessarily. You guys are right on the cusp of it there. The southern side of the city is in the 2%, the northern side is not. So just be mindful. Morganfield, Owensboro, let's see, Clarksville, Nashville, you guys are all in that 2% risk for tornadoes tonight. So these storms that are up here entering the 2% are going to start to work their way here. Could pose an isolated tornado threat. It's very possible. Mostly going to be wind and hail out of these storms if you do get any severe weather. So in terms, I believe the timing for this as well is a little iffy. Yeah, we'll just see how this plays out this evening. I don't see any of these storms rotating, at least as of right now. So, should anything too crazy. Yeah, it's going to be rolling thunder tonight too, so it's definitely going to be loud. Just looking at the new run. Yeah, we'll see what happens. But other than that, guys, I think you guys are going to be pretty much okay for tonight. So, yeah, Rolling Thunder equals sleep weather. That is very true. That is very, very true. Yeah, instability should also wane. So, alrighty, guys, I'm going to go ahead and wrap up stream. I appreciate all the love, all the support, all the follows. We'll be back tomorrow. I'll have another video fresh out the press tomorrow. If you have not gotten in the board group yet, it's underneath of my bio on TikTok. You guys can do that. I post updates, all that stuff in there as always. And I'll have, like I said, a full video on YouTube and on TikTok by tomorrow morning. And then we'll get on tomorrow midday and do a little breakdown live stream, kind of talk about stuff. I'll look at some data overnight tonight and see what we're going to be looking at as we head towards the rest of this week and into next week as we get ready for Thanksgiving. So I love y'all, weather team. Thank y'all for all the help today. I appreciate it very, very, very much. All the love, all the gifts, all of the subs on the YouTube channel and all the follows here on TikTok. We'll be back tomorrow. Be safe, y'all. Be smart. Be weather aware. And we'll see y'all later. Goodbye.